cookie crumbs all over my desk. Yeah, it's a way for you to use your gold to try to make more gold, you know what I mean? Rather than just playing the free-to-play ones. And it's structured like correct games of Magic, where you actually use your sideboard, and you actually get to choose if you're on the play or the draw and whatnot. This hand is not fantastic. It's fine. It's got 2 threats and a ton of lands. There's matchups where it's going to be reasonable. There's certain decks that have a really hard time dealing with the Rekindling Phoenix, so I think it's fine. I really like the Phoenix as a one-of in this deck. I think it's nice. Oh yeah, Burrito, all the time. I've also lost so hard that I've wanted to cry. And have. I've been on both sides of that coin. Alrighty, let's just actually play this tapped. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like our opponent is playing mono red. This is not the hand we want for mono red, but that is a really good draw. Okay, so play Glacial, send it back. I'm not going to let them know that this is dying yet, so that maybe they put in like some of their resources in their turn. Being that they're playing mono red, they're not really going to have any way to protect this. If they were playing like blue red or something, I could be worried about dive down and want to just make sure this thing dies. It's a good chance they're just playing mono red. And yeah, like I said, maybe they sequence their turn in a way that they think this thing is going to be able to attack. Okay, if they're only playing a Steamkin and have nothing else, then we're looking like pretty good. Getting to Justice Strike this, untap, and then play Rekindling Phoenix is nice. It's a really nice blocker. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to do that. Really nice way to protect Teferi. It eats like 2 removal spells usually. They'd have to cast 2 spells to get through this, and then use an additional spell on the egg. Hey, how's it going, Ryu? How you doing tonight? Yeah, I mean, Crackling Drake is great, but I've just... Lava Coil is... Them having Lava Coil there is very bad for us. That is unfortunate. That was a good... Oh, man, a lot of lands. A lot of lands. Alright, well, I think we have to throw Teferi under the bus here, unfortunately. I don't think I can pass this turn not doing anything. We've drawn a lot of lands here. If we find... Okay, Chemisters. Yeah, Teferi's going to be eating it here. But at least he's eating like 5 damage. Buying us time to find a sweeper. What are the chances they have Lava Coil? Oh, it's 1,000%. Ooh. Strike on me. Interesting. I assume these are at Teferi. He could just go all in at me, I guess. But I assume that they are going to be killing Teferi. Yeah, if you're throwing one, you're throwing both. He could have just strike... Yeah, I feel like he was supposed to attack me here, and then this plus Lightning Strike there. He just missed out on a damage by doing it that way. But whatever. If I had a removal spell or something. And... Yeah, if I had like a removal spell for this and then got to untap the Fairy at full loyalty, that would be a problem. Oof. Oof. This is brutal. We're drawing a lot of lands these days. Alright, that makes me want to play this one so that there's a chance I can syncopate an Experimental Frenzy. Pretty unlikely, but if they happen to just slam Experimental Frenzy, maybe I do. And that is a problematic card, so... no, I can't even. They have Runaway Steamkin on 4. Never mind. Eh, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I guess I can copy... Ooh, okay. This could be big. Risk factor. Well, me copying risk factor is not very good here. Because he can just say, I'll take the 4. I have to let him draw these cards. That's really bad for me. Risk factor is like a disaster for me here. Too bad we couldn't syncopate that. That would have been a really clean syncopate. But this means not Experimental Frenzy, I guess. And we're still pretty live for Clarion being good, though I guess not if he's casting the red spell. Yeah, we're probably just dead here. We're probably just dead. We needed to find a non-land way earlier. Alright, so let's go syncopate this. He has to take counters off this if he wants to save it. And then if he does that, it makes Clarion like a very good draw. Alright. I mean, to be honest, I think we're dead either way to the risk factor. It is true, of course, like this is very bad when he was he just casting the flashing it back? He is. I mean, I'm at 6. I'm dead. I think I'm dead regardless. Alright, so I can go... This is certainly ambitious. There's probably a better way to do that. There was probably a better way to do that. I probably just start off with Chemisters there anyways. And if we draw Clarion, that just works. Yeah, I should have just started off with Chemisters. There is the Frenzy. Well, it makes those cards I let him draw not matter as much. But being dead to a shock is not really where you want to be against this deck for sure. Okay. Alrighty. That's dead. That's dead. Alright, so let's get some Lyras in there. Yeah, the game's gonna last a really long time because there's no clock. Like they just last as long as they're gonna last. All right, so let's get Settle plus 2 Lyras in there. What do we want to take out? Sync is kind of whatever. Expansion's kind of whatever. Cleansing Nova's fine. Clarions are great. Justice Strikes are fine. Unless the card he drew was a Frenzy. True. Binding is a way to deal with Frenzy. Syncopate's just been like bumming me out. Yeah, I mean Binding is technically a way to deal with the Frenzy. Do I want Settle? Yeah, I want Settle. Maybe the Phoenix is a little clunky. Seal Away's fine, yeah. That's true. Yeah, maybe I just want to be a moron, like... Let's just trim on the counter spells. And just be more on the answers. Seems better. Yeah, it could have been Novas where we make our cuts. But the Nova's another way that I can deal with the Frenzy. I don't know, it's a card that I like have to kill. But 5 mana destroy Frenzy is not the nicest way to do that, I guess. Yeah, we'll definitely keep this hand. This hand is fantastic. I brought our curve up a lot post board. That we probably needed to trim on some Novas. I think I agree with that. I think I agree with that one. go ahead and play our Sacred Foundry tap to pass it back. Nova's, sorry, not Nova. Clarion is very good against this deck. I mean, Nova is as well, but just play that tapped. This card also very strong against this deck. Sure. We'll try to get a little more value with this Clarion. Perfect. Catching 2 of these guys will be great. And curving into Lyra next turn will be good. Should be good. Perfectly happy to take the damage there. We're just going to slam Lyra, so. Your deck is going around right now. Oh, no, I know. I know Mill is really picking up right now. Mill is picking up, if we're talking modern, I'm assuming. Mill is picking up enough that I have been running into it enough that I have contemplated making the psychopath move, the full-blown psychopath move, of putting like a Kozilek in my sideboard, just burning a sideboard slot for like 1 card to try to beat that deck. I fully get that they can like surgical it in response, but it still guarantees you like 1 reset. But the thing is, Nexus of Fate doesn't throw it all back in. That's like the catch. Nexus of Fate doesn't. Whereas like Kozilek throws it all back in. Nexus of Fate, if they have surgicals, if they can surgical it, then like it didn't really do its job. I'm just gonna pass with Ionize up, or double Ionize up. If he can't beat this card, so. Nexus never hits the graveyard. Does Nexus never hit the graveyard? Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, and that card's like actually castable and does something. That's kind of a sick one. It's like actually good with Planeswalkers. It's like actually something I could bring in and like control mirrors. Just be like Nexus at the end of your turn. Okay. It's kind of sweet. I'm not going to cast anything here. I'm not tapping out of my counter spells here. Like I said, they can't beat this card, so. Just play Protect Lyra. You already told me about it. I know it's not good if you think about it. No, yeah, I guess because, like, well, they mill you out down to Nexus, then you just cast Nexus forever. And unless you have to have a way to win, but they never get a turn back. You have to have something in play to win, I guess. It's probably fine to just counter this. I mean, I guess it doesn't. Why even, though? It doesn't do anything. Maybe I just let this happen. It doesn't do anything. I shouldn't have done that. I mean, whatever. They're dead anyways, right? This just puts them to 8. I attack them to 3. If I get a land, they're dead to explosion. Yeah, I mean, that game was over when we untapped with Lyra. Alright, let's get rid of a Nova. Maybe bring an Ionize back in. What do you guys think? Ionize back in? Is Phoenix reasonable? I don't know. I feel like Nova's like fine. Maybe Expansion's fine. Nah, let's try this. Maybe it was Syncopate that I should have brought in because it's a 2-mana counter spell. It's much better on the draw. Yeah, that's what I should have put in. Well, it's not just I have to stick a walker. I have to stick... Like, it can't even be Teferi, right? If it's the only card left, I can't be drawing a card. It has to be, like, Jace. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. I think it has to be Jace. If you have Jace, you just win, but... I don't know. I know that deck has been popping up. I know there's been some 5-0s popping up here and there. I think it is getting to the point where it should be on the radar. Wow. Okay. If we draw, like, only lands for the rest of this game, we could probably be okay. No, Kozilek is better when he first hits the graveyard, worse if you draw him, and worse if they have Surgical. This is like the God Hand. Yeah, this has got to be a good one. We just have to draw the lands, which so far we drew one. As long as we draw at least one more land, we're feeling pretty good. Hopefully whatever they play is just another thing that dies to Clarion here. Be nice if they played it pre-combat so I know what's happening. Because I'm like tempted to Justice Strike something just to make sure I survive long enough for this to be good. But if I Justice Strike something and then he doesn't play anything, it feels pretty bad. Like that. Perfect. If he has like double shock here, that's kind of scary to give this guy haste. But pretty glad he just played a creature pre-combat, so I know that I'm getting a little extra value out of this Clarion. And feel less obliged to go for the Justice Strike. Sweep him. Don't have it. Don't have it. I'm taking the damage. Hoping it's his whole turn. Then ionizing it if he casts it next turn. Ugh. This is actually a risky spot. Being at 6 is pretty scary as a 1 card in hand. Hey, what's up, Lone Wolf? How you doing tonight? I guess best case scenario is he just like... Best case is he tries to play like experimental, I ionize it, and then I Lyra, or he tries to play a sorcery speed risk factor for some reason, and I get to ionize that, untap, draw land, and play Lyra. Shocks me, okay. Sure. That is not great. But this does get him to potentially be more likely to do this now, which is perfect. I was going to say, because... Yeah, that makes sense. Land. Whoo! Alright, that should be game, hopefully. If we... He has to draw something that gets me, like, right here. Oh. Okay, that's pretty good, opponent. That's pretty good. Yikes. Okay. Getting that life is huge. Oh, this is scary. You came from Hooglandia. Awesome. 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 Oh boy. He's down to 1 card. I just take this. I just take this. Absolutely, I just take this. And we just send it back with a million pieces of interaction up. Yeah, Jeff has been super kind. He's been helping me out lately. I've been struggling to get, like, standard really going, but I really wanted to play it. I've had some people requesting it, but I normally have a modern audience, so he has been helping me out by giving me hosts recently, and I really appreciate it. Take action, boy. Yeah, this. Oh. I got another one. I got another one. Thanks for the follow there, Lone Wolf. I appreciate that. Bolus Ultimate claims another victim. So I generally play control decks in everything. So I guess there's a line I could just kill him here, but whatever. I'm just going to ping that. I primarily play blue-white control in Modern, usually like Miracles builds. Jeskai Miracles, Jeskai non-Miracle builds, and then Grixis every now and then. I do have a sponsorship in Modern, though, so we get to play all kinds of stuff. I'll play all kinds of things. Take the damage, and the opponent is super dead here. If you guys are looking for any more of my content, if you want to see some of my Modern Leagues that I've already done, there is my YouTube page where we have a whole lot of Modern Leagues up there, a lot of control matches, or a lot of control leagues, as well as some other stuff. Just to strike Niv twice, show him who's boss. Yeah. We could just do that. Yeah, there were definitely some loose lines there happening at the end on my part. Some less intuitive stuff we could have done to cheese them. I did not think about Justice striking Lyra to have her hit herself to gain 5 life. That probably would have been cleaner. I play Tron, don't hate me though. It was the first deck I'd seen in Magic and I wanted it. Yeah, Tron gives me nightmares, man. Tron is one of the reasons why I'm like, hey, let's go try Standard for a little while. Because, boy, is it hard to play a control deck in a world where decks like Tron exist. But I respect it. I've played it a few times myself, and it is good. I'm switching to being a Tron-only player. Yep, that's what I'm doing, right. That is what I'm doing. Alrighty. Keep this. I'm going to actually lead with the island, even though these come in tapped, because I'd like to opt here. If we find a shock, this hand gets opened up pretty easily. Llanowar Elf. There he is. Alright, so likely green-black. There's a chance it is mono-green. Either way, this Clarion's probably going to be pretty good. I probably don't want that. I mean, good in the matchup, but not good right now. There's a shock land. Oops. Go ahead and play that tapped and send it back. Hey, Brian, thank you for the bits. How you doing? Yeah, I can promise you Tron is not my favorite deck. You love that command now. Clicking on some guilds. And I'm very, very excited for this next set. That's all I'm thinking about, man. Cannot wait. Cannot wait to have Hallowed Fountain. Instead of all these silly red-white lands. Okay. Alright, perfect. Another Clarion's really nice to pick up here. We'll go ahead and use this first one. Oh, I forgot to restart Magic Online, or Magic Arena. It's being laggy. We'll definitely clear this first wave. Slow him down. The funny thing is you didn't make it. Yeah, I don't remember who did. Was it Tiki? Had to be some other mod. Okay, perfect. Now this is absolutely worth going for another Clarion here. before this guy gets out of clearing range. But if he doesn't have too potent of a turn, I might be able to just slam Teferi. Depends on what they play. Huh. Imagine they don't sack a land here. Does this kill something? Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the Phoenix here. Maybe that's insane. But I kind of like the Phoenix as a way to pressure her. It has more of an impact. I guess he could contempt this as well. Hey, Eugene Lonesco, thank you very much for that follow. Is this a net deck or your own flavor? This is absolutely own flavor. We started with a few different Jeskai lists, and this is kind of what we've landed on. It's a blend of a lot of different builds. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna clock Vraska over here. Teferi doesn't look very safe on this board, but Niv is maybe looking kind of good. Maybe Niv looks good here. Like, this is a scary board state. If they have Choop, it's pretty annoying. Yep, oh, exactly what... Oh, Vivian's a brutal one here. Vivian is brutal. As Brian just pointed out, if you guys are interested in becoming more... Hey, learned a lot, thank you for the follow. If you want to become more a part of this community, there is an invite to our Discord, as well as a link to my YouTube page, if you're looking for more of my content. Alright, I can explode Vivian. He didn't activate this yet, right? I guess I want to just explode Vivian here. Sucks that she does not die.
Except me.
Vraska, that is. But I think Vivian's more of an issue. Still taking a hit. I can still keep pressuring Vraska, I guess. He is sacking his lands into her. Okay. So explode for 3 on Vivian.
Okay.
Alright. Those are really good draws.
You'll have to do better than that.
And then attack up here. And if he doesn't answer this, it does kill this next turn.
You'll have to try harder than that.
You just lost Squee plus the sword that gives... You lost 2 Squee plus the Black Blade? Oh my god! How do you ever beat that? They just keep casting Squee and hitting you with the Black Blade. That's a big Squee. Okay, so I am super excited for the next Gideon, because the next Gideon is absolutely going to become, when he becomes a creature, his power and toughness are going to be equal to the number of lands you control, which is sick, except it's probably going to be a lot of mana, and his other abilities are probably going to suck, because that seems really strong. But in the story, he has the Black Blade now, and that's like the whole theme of the Black Blade. But yeah, I guarantee it that his ability where he becomes a creature is going to make him a creature the size of your lands, which is sick. Alright, so I'm looking to finish off Vraska here and then Cleansing Nova, hoping he doesn't have a way to finish off the Phoenix. And if I get the Phoenix back, that feels great. Don't currently... Oh, come on, get there. So he's got a removal spell, it looks like. Cast down. I want to kill her. I can afford to do this. I want Vraska to die here. I think we can afford to make that play. But no, screw Gideon. I want Lady Elspeth. Oh yeah, I want Elspeth really bad. The Elspeth's my favorite planeswalker, so I'm really hoping the return to Elspeth is going to be a good one. I like knights. Any chance of the next Gideon in the next set? Does Gideon have anything to do with Ravnica? So I believe he is going to be in the third set. The third set is supposed to be the culmination of like all of Bolus's plans. Everything was supposed to happen on like Ravnica, from my understanding, and that's where he's like bringing all the pieces together. And the whole point of the Black Blade and Gideon getting it is that like it can kill Elder Dragons, I guess. So I imagine yes, in the third set, I think Gideon's gonna be there. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Now I'm getting a huge value Nova. Huge value Nova. Is he going to leave that cast down there? He bins the cast down. Perfect. So now I'm going to be able to keep this as well, most likely. This is huge. Plus sync for one to... Well, I guess it wouldn't catch. Well, maybe he plays Memorial, though. Like, maybe we catch if he draws, like, a Vivian or something. Getting killed by Black Blade is kind of fitting. Yeah. So now if he did draw, like, Vivian, I could maybe nab it here with a sync. Contempt. Sure. Deal. I'm just going to play Niv first. Elder Dragons. I am a fan of Elder Dragons. This guy needs to be an Elder Dragon. He's going to get, like, upgraded. Chromium's my Elder Dragon. That's the one I love. Chromium's just so cool. Where do you read the lore? So there are books. There's books for the older stuff, but they switched over to... As they come out with sets, they've been releasing, like, stories just online. I usually just find them on, like, the Magic Reddit. But on the Wizards website, they do post a lot of stories up there. They've moved over to doing that rather than doing like entire books. They do have books for like the early Dominaria stuff, so like the Brothers' War and I forget what they're all called. I know one of them's the Brothers' War. Oh wow, I actually get to sync this for one. That's disgusting. That's like the game is over. This game things have lined up very well this game. Man, this Cleansing Nova has just been super key. It's been super key in beating a lot of these matchups that have been tricky for us, so... I think Jeskai wants Cleansing Nova. I also think it wants Azcanta. I think Azcanta is great. Alright. Took game 1 against Golgari. That is great. Anything that kills Tyrant is good. Exactly, yeah. Deals with Tyrant. Oh, it crashed. Oh, no! Arena crashed. I knew I needed to restart it. Well, let's hope it gives us time to actually get back in and it doesn't just boot us out. That'd be a bummer. I knew I was going to regret not restarting. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it just kicks me out or not. Alright, looks like it's putting us right back into the game. Yeah, let's do some fast sideboarding here. So, Star is super good against the deck. It's the reason we are playing that card. Shock is kind of medium. Justice Strike's kind of medium against this deck. There's a lot of stuff that Justice Strike doesn't kill. Disdainful Stroke is good. I just want the Justice Strikes out of here. Ixalan's Binding is like pretty reasonable. Phoenix felt pretty good. I guess they have Contempt, but I don't know. Phoenix felt like it was holding them off pretty well. These Nivs always seem like they're very hard to do what I want them to do. I can settle the wreckage. One Binding I think is fine. I don't know, taking out... I'm cutting some stuff maybe I don't want to be cutting. I know what like things I want in, but I'm still struggling in figuring out what I want to take out. I need to... I'm going to watch some other people play this matchup and see what they think you're supposed to do for this. I feel like the sideboarding in Standard it feels less straightforward than it does in Modern. I mean, this is okay. This hand is okay. Is it worth getting into Magic Online to continue? If that is your means of playing Modern, then sure. Sure. If you already play Arena and you haven't played Magic Online before, Magic Online's gonna feel awful. Like, it is just gonna feel really garbage. Yeah, we'll keep Teferi. So you just have to keep that in mind. I played Magic Online for like the past year. Recently switched to playing Arena lately, and it is just so hard for me to want to play Magic Online now. Alright, this is going like really well. This has been going really well. They didn't have any early threat, which is like how they usually win, with a bunch of early chip damage. Hey, buddy. Now I have like Chemist's Insight. Star of Extinction could be huge here. What's up, man? Dog came over to say hello. That guy is annoying, for sure. But yeah, I mean, if that is how you can play Modern, and that is the only way you can play Modern, then sure. It's easy to like swap decks, and that's something it's got going for it. All right, I'm just gonna play Teferi here. We don't have too much going on otherwise. I could have flashback Chemist's Insight. Yeah, it may have been more correct to bounce this guy. Nah, cashing him in's good. What's up, bud? Untap some lands. We're just looking to star. If I can like star Memorial. If he plays like a Planeswalker or something here. Yeah, Contempt is fine. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and copy his Contempt. Exile his guy. That feels really good. He should have attacked first, but he didn't know. I assume he wasn't expecting that. And now I get to awkwardly not play Niv Mizzet. This does not come in untapped, huh? Okay, we're still in a pretty good spot. I have this Ionize. Yeah, that's fine. Things that die to Star of Extinction are fine here. Oh, I am going to ruin this guy. Star is going to be absolutely brutal here. If I can find a land with this that comes in untapped, Star is going to be really good. Let's get rid of Cliff Top. Assume I can find a land that comes in untapped. That is not a land that comes in untapped. That is, though. This is probably good enough right now while he can't activate Memorial. While they have no cards in hand, I have Niv Mizzet and Teferi in hand along with Sweeper, so even if he just like gets Carnage Tyrant and I get rid of his like best land, that feels pretty good. Draw a land. Not a land. I was hoping to be a land, so I just get him with this. Alrighty, let's go. Shock. Teferi. That's what we have. Ionize up. Playing it safe. He only has one card in it. Having an Ionize is powerful here. Untap some lands. We've got most things covered here. The way we have the deck set up now feels like it can compete with green-black. Before, it felt like I just could not compete with green-black. Or how I was playing the list before, felt like I could not. Which I think is a problem, not being able to compete with the deck that you run into a lot. Yep, if you're looking for a deck list, here's a link. Find. Yeah, I mean, find is enough value that I'm happy to counter that. And we'll slam Niv. Finding a second Niv is nice. Draw. Lava coil. Might as well fire that off here. Keep it all clean. The board state, that is. That just comes in tapped. We didn't have enough. We didn't have enough to like still chemisters there if I played that tapped. Am I playing with a delay? So Twitch always has somewhat of a delay, but it's not so much that it shouldn't be a significant delay. It should be like 10 seconds. That's just like built in to streaming. Just take the free kill here.
Let's skip to the good part.
Another star is insane. Yeah, at this point, it should be pretty straightforward winning from here. Chemisters looks great. Even if they have this guy, we are fine with that. Probably just kill them through this, to be honest. So we're gonna go ping you, draw 2 cards, ping you. Oh yeah, explosion means we got this for sure. Ping you, ping you. Chemisters. Discard Clarion. So we're gonna go Chemisters, discard Clarion, opt, and then explosion attack. That was gonna be that probably could have killed them to from 20. Yeah, Niv is pretty good. he is not so bad. I like having 4 copies of that card in my deck. All right, so we're 2-0. So this is exactly where we want to be in this format. In this constructed thing, it means we get our money back, we got our gold back guaranteed. Plus, we get some cards. We get at least a rare card, and then wait, I guess we already. Lagging? It's not letting me play. I guess before it does, let me just use the bathroom real quick, guys, and we'll keep playing. Let me pull up the deck list while I'm gone. Here's what we're playing today, and I'll be right back. Okay. Well, let's see if it'll let me play. It looked like it was having some issue. There we go. So 2-0, good start. We beat mono red and green black. Really liking this configuration of the deck. We haven't seen Drakes yet, so maybe this build is softer to Drakes. One of the other popular decks. The 3 decks to beat right now are really Golgari. So green black, blue red Drakes, and Jeskai control. Outside of that, there is mono red, which you see a fair amount of. There's red white aggro, which you see some of. There is a plethora of like blue black control decks that I think are just worse. But I will be trying to play them myself. Pros and cons to playing Arena versus... Alright, so Arena compared to Online. Arena, much cleaner interface. Everything just... it's just a much... Way less headaches. Way less headaches playing this. It is more... It's more straightforward, I guess. No. It's more straightforward to get a deck on Magic Online You just buy the cards you want. You can do that in Arena. You buy packs. You get what's it called, wild cards or whatever. But it's a little more workaround to get decks in Arena. But at the same time, it is cheaper. A downside to Arena is if you want to play a lot of different decks, you have to buy everything. There's no like buy some pieces to it and then swap like you can on Arena or like you can on Magic Online. You can buy a full Modern deck and then be like, all right, sell these pieces and buy a different deck, because like the conversion rate of like what you pay and what you sell, or what you pay for cards and what you sell them for, is really close. So it's really easy to swap decks. Whereas this, there's no like disenchanting, and you have to make the cards and then you have the cards, and that's the end of it. Oh, do I want Escanta here? It's a little bit greedy, but I think I keep it. So you're more locked in with Arena than you are in Magic Online. But I mean, like, the animations are nice on this. Everything just feels like it runs really smoothly. There's a few decks that just like aren't playable on Arena because you just don't have the amount of time you need in a turn. But the same can be said on like Magic Online. There's certain decks you can't play on there because you have a personal clock. So that those two pros and cons kind of cancel each other out. You can't like demonstrate loops or anything, you know. So that same problem kind of exists on Magic Online, I guess. This isn't great. I think I actually bin that. Well, Shock isn't much better. Do I find the challengers different? No. If you're playing in... I would say that the opponents that I find in these competitive leagues, the ones where you have to pay 1,000 gold, I find that they tend to be the same caliber of opponents that I find on Magic Online. Alright. I can go for Shock and expansion on this. That doesn't feel very good. I'm not going to go for that here. Yeah, no, I would say same caliber of opponents. How big is that thing now? 2-4? Okay. Using a Nova here doesn't feel great. If he finds a red source, he can Niv. Got 4 cards in my graveyard. This is a really aggressive use of this card. This is probably not correct. Yes, that's another thing. There's a lot of pros that have come out saying, okay, here's a big one. Yeah, I'm fine with this eating an Ionize. So, limited is a much better experience on Magic Online. On Arena, you only have like bots that you're playing, that you're drafting against, and that doesn't feel great. This will eventually be a removal spell on this. I don't like that you can. I don't like that there is not live drafting. If they eventually add that, I think that'll be fine. All right. Well, I am likely going to be able to kill this guy, but it's probably going to be at a big cost. So I'm going to go for a Justice Strike. If he has the dive down, I can in response explosion hit him again. But this is not a good. He does have the dive down. I have to kill Niv. So. Copy Justice Strike. Hit him again. This is not a good exchange for us, obviously. I wish that tapped differently. So I could have opted here. I would like to find a blue land. Oh, no, okay, I get to flip Escanta here, so we're fine. I mean, we're not fine, but we're fine. So I actually want to keep this, transform, play, leave up a blue-red source. Send back. I'll block here if I'm given the opportunity. Especially since we have the second Niv. Is... By real, did you mean is Rawl good in this deck? This is a problem. Maybe I was supposed to opt there. If by real you meant Rawl, as in Rawl, like the Rawl's Eric, whatever, he is pretty good. He's fine. I'm not currently playing him, but he is fine. This isn't going to do what I want it to do. Two rituals, Soot and Craving in hand, my opponent. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, Rawl is fine. I played with him as a 1 and 2, as a 2 of, then I cut him to a 1 of, and then I just decided I just want Nivs into fairies. Holy cow. Alright. This is not good for the home team. I mean, it's good we're playing against this deck, because this was the one I was just saying we haven't gotten real good testing against, and it looks like we're about to get crushed. Our Niv's about to die. We do have another Niv, though. But we are at 4. Which means we are likely dead. A couple reasonable things we could draw. This Niv's not attacking us or anything like that, but... Can I... I'm just playing my Niv, but yeah, I'm dead here. Wait a second, I'm dead here. You can very easily just pig me. Alright, see you later, Bulls. Deafening Clarion and Copy is not going to be a winning line. It is a not be dead there. It is a not be technically dead right there, but still going to be dead. That puts me very, very low, and I know he has that other card in his hand. So I like binding against opposing Niv Mizzet decks. I think it's one of our benefits of being white is that we get to cast that card. Yeah, this one's a thinker about how we want to sideboard. These Clarions are really bad. It's going to negate. I guess Banefires are okay in this matchup. Banefires are probably pretty good. Shock's pretty bad. I think Legion Warboss just dies to too much stuff here. They're a red control deck, kind of control deck. They're gonna have a lot of answers to him. I think having like a Banefire is kind of sweet though, to just cheese him. Yeah, I mean this seems fine. I like the Nova still. I like everything that deals with Niv. Niv is the thing that just crushes us. So yeah, I mean Niv is fine. Niv is fine. I think it's worse than Teferi in general, so I don't think you want to play Niv before your 4th Teferi, but it is pretty sick when you have both in play. I will give it that. Yeah, we'll keep this. Sure. But Rawl is fine. He is fine. I was never, like, too disappointed with him, so. I have seen this deck board in, or just have, as Kanta a lot lately, so I wanna be able to sink for 1 if I... Yeah, rather than, like, play one of these tapped shock lands. I'm gonna play this one now. But I wanted to have sink for 1 up. to catch an Escanta. I'm not going to shock myself or play this non-shock land to get it now, but yeah, I mean, I will counter that. Counter threats as they come here, especially one that like that doesn't die to Justice Strike yet. Being on the play is huge, especially if we get to play an on-curve Niv Mizzet, because they have less clean answers to deal with a Niv Mizzet. Their best answer to Niv Mizzet is having their own Niv Mizzet in play, and then what's it called? Lava Coil. Alright, so we're looking to hopefully hit our 6th land drop here. We have triple blue and triple red, so it can be anything. And then we can play our Niv Mizzet. He missed a land drop. That's pretty big. I didn't notice that at first. That is big. Alright, let's see if we can hit a land here. That is not a land, but that is a pretty good card. That's kind of tempting. I assume I only have one card. I'm gonna bin it. Nice. I think it's really important that we get this Niv in play this turn. We just want to close this game out before he gets out of his land issue. Like I said, they don't have super clean answers to him without having their own Niv Mizzet, and I have a second Niv Mizzet if he like spends a bunch of resources doing this. Nice. Binding is really nice. So now we have a very clean answer to their Niv Mizzet whenever they do find it. Or find the lands to do it. They did play a land this turn. So we're going to get to draw 2 cards here, which is great, and then play another Niv Mizzet. And then if he follows that up with his own, we have the binding for his, which would be insane. Two cards in the graveyard, so we're not very close to flipping this Escanta. But that is something I'll definitely bin. Play another Niv, I guess. Seems good. Esper Basics on Arena? What do we mean by it? Oh, the Esper ones. Yeah, they were printed in M19. It's because this art was just printed in M19. Alright, gonna use a Justice Strike on this guy. Happy to counter a dive down here. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to negate that. Because I can negate and still have Ionize up. Ionize can catch creatures. Negate cannot. That was really good. Oh boy. This is great. I'm going to go ahead and shock here. It's worth it because I get to Ionize and then also opt. Smash him. We're looking great. Even if he has his own Niv here, I have the answer and then kill him. He has the mana for him. I will opt after if he does. Opt now. Still have Ionize up. Blast him. Yeah, we don't need another Nova. Yeah, I know. I thought it was weird as well, but at the same time, now you get this like sweet Esper, sweet Esper land on Arena, so I'm okay with it. Not gonna fire off the other opt here. We have enough to already flip Escanta, and I don't want to tap out of Ionize. Right. Well, if Teferi, or not Teferi, if Niv connects here, the game is over. That's it. Good deal. Alright. I like I like how we sided. I think... I wonder if Justice Strike should be Seal Away. If he doesn't attack with a Niv, it's so bad. Maybe I just want them to keep being Justice Strikes. I'm trying to think if I want this other Bane Fire. No. This is fine. Yeah, the core sets always grab, like, random... That's what's cool about the core sets. It can be from any plane, so they'll grab, like, cool basics that... from anything. Even sweet Esper ones. Ooh, slow hand, but good cards. On the draw... I think I can get away with keeping this. The Esper Islands are my favorite basic. Nice. They are pretty ones. They are pretty ones. I want to play this. So I want to play the Glacial in case I draw something like a Sacred Foundry. So Sacred Foundry could be my land drop next turn that would let me... Well, yeah, let me have all the interaction up that I'd want. But unfortunately, we didn't draw a land that mattered. Yeah, these are nice. I personally really like original Ravnica lands. There's a set of them that I really like, and then I like the remake of Snow Covereds. We'll just kill this, get it dead, play this Glacial Fortress, send it back. Unglues are pretty nice. Not thrilled about that. They missed their land drop, though. Means they probably have a counter spell. But they did just slam their guy. I'm going to go for this anyways. If they counter this, it's fine. I played the land drop first. So they know I'm not, like, hurting for this. So they might think twice about countering it, but I do, in fact, actually want it to resolve. Sure. That's fine. It would be nice if they keep missing their lands, and if I find my own. We did not find our own. But this is how we can win this one for sure. Getting ahead on lands. Wait, nothing? Oof. This is bad. Alright. It was looking reasonable, now it's looking bad. Oh, now it's looking real bad. Okay. Let's get this Phoenix going. It's really likely that he has a very reactive hand based on what he caps, so it's pretty unlikely that we get to resolve these threats, but I think we do just jam him to get them out of his hand. Kind of surprised to see Essence Scatter. He, like, basically only saw this. Essence Scatter doesn't deal with that. Does he have the Niv? He does have the Niv. I do have the answer, though. Let's just kill him, rather than play our own here. And then I'm actually going to play this in shock. Hope they don't have another Niv. Gotta hope they don't have another Niv. Alright, no other Niv. That's big. Oh, unless they're playing at main 2 for some reason. This is an aggressive line. I'm gonna shock myself here to be able to cash in one of these syncopates as a 0, but just to be able to draw a card. I feel like it's a clunky one here. Wonder if R&D is stressed about the next set. For the first time in like 3 years, people are hyped about Standard. Yeah, right? There's a lot of pressure to keep it good. Okay. Now I am just trying... So this is what I'm talking about. I wanted to be able to cycle this. Now I'm just trying to find another threat. So I'm going to see what I draw off this one. And then I may just sink for 1. I'm just trying to cash it in for a new card because I don't like that card. Alright, Ixalan's Binding. Good for future Niv. Expansion for 4 could be big. I still think they have more counter spells in their hand, and the Niv's like the only thing that I need to be drawing here. Oh, don't have a Drake. Okay. Dive down could be terrible. This is such a bad one to have to binding. But I'm going to go for it. If they don't have anything... Okay, so they had dive down. So I can sink the dive down. And then deal with the Drakes. And then, like, I have Teferi. So if they don't have anything sick this turn, we just kind of get them. And then probably win the long game. Nice, even better. Even better. Now we don't have to worry about it being a counter spell. Finds his own Niv. We can attempt to answer that with Teferi. Or Banefire, I guess. I think I like Teferi more. Or Justice Strike. That's pretty good. I'm just going to Justice Strike it now, I think. If he has expansion, he can kill mine, but then I just play Teferi. And then just like win with Teferi. The can't cast clause is opponents only. Sorry, I didn't see that, lazy. This card has been very good. I think if you're playing a white deck, it's just like should be somewhere in your 75. Okay, he's gonna deal the damage at my Niv. Interesting. Shock. Okay. He has to cast another spell with that 1 mana. Opt. Alright. Alright, so he's going all in on killing my Niv. Then I'm just going to play Teferi. And hope he doesn't find another Niv. Even if he does, I can just like bounce it with Teferi, I guess. Yep. Nice. These are really good draws. There's my first draw. Kill that. And play this guy.
Hold that thought.
Alright, do I want to Chemisters? Or Azcanta? I guess we get to flip Azcanta. Let's just play Azcanta. That's probably going to be better than just this Chemisters here. And once again, we're in a position where now if we're untapping with Teferi, we're doing great. We also just have 1,000 burn damage in our hand. I'm not gonna Explosion that right now. Or Expansion that. I have Banefire and Explosion. I just want to kill him with those. No Niv? Looks like no Niv to me. If you plan to stream Arena often, maybe get the Twitch deck. Oh, is it not? Is it not up? I did get it. Hold on. I think maybe I disabled it because I didn't have the... No, it says active. Oh. Okay, now it's active. Okay, I didn't have it active. It should be active now. If I restart the stream, it should be active now. I downloaded the software and everything that you need to do for it, so whatever. It should be all good now. But thank you. I didn't realize it wasn't up. I thought I had turned it on.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Well, you can't expansion the big Banefire because you can only catch things that are CMC 4 or less. Oh, does it work now? Just automatically? That would be great. All right, let's see. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the blow up. All right, let's just send it back. 12, 13. I guess I have 13 with the Teferi. Put our opponent to 1. Nah, we're just going to pass back. Try to get him on killing him next turn. Guaranteed. Because we can deal 13 right now. And if I just find a land, this alone kills him. I'll try to explosion him, and if he interacts with that, then we probably kill him. It does not work yet, even after refresh, but it shows now that you have the extension. Okay, so maybe, it could be that maybe because we're in the middle of the game, or it could be that I have to restart the stream. Oh, maybe it's because we jumped, like I turned it on mid-game. Oh, maybe I have to have, hold on. Maybe I have to have it open. I don't know if I have to have the software open or not. Yeah, okay, so right now it says game or drafting is not occurring, so it's not picking up that I'm in a game, that's why. You do need to have it open. Okay, I was not sure. Alright, so let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I assume this does get countered. If it doesn't, we super win. Greens are arena logs. Okay. So I'd ionize. If I find a land here, they are dead.
No time for a break.
Not a land. I don't kill them yet, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I wonder if I was supposed to just fire off a bunch of ops instead. I probably was. That would have been better. Oh, wait, I can... No, because the untaps. Yeah, I should have done that. Now there's like a world where we technically lose this. Pretty unlikely, but if he plays like Niv, he can potentially kill me in one turn. That would suck. Yep. That's kind of what I was worried about. Or if he just had Banefire of his own, I guess. Alright, it would be impressive if he could kill me here, but we should be able to just get him. We can deal 11 damage without attacking. I do actually need... Really surprised to see Fiery Cannonade in his deck. That
Make another move.
makes no sense to me. I do technically need this Teferi alive. Alright, so this should be game.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Oh no, because I can't Banefire at instant speed. What am I talking about? That's dumb. How much do I have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking I can Banefire at instant speed. You cannot do that. So I guess let's just Binding. Get rid of this guy. Now he can't cast his. Play mine. Alright, that'll do it. I was going to say... I'm sitting here thinking I can go, like, tap the lands, untap them, Banefire, but Banefire is a sorcery, so you can't actually do that. But we did get the win there. Alright, so we beat Mono Red, we beat Golgari, and we beat Izzet Drake so far. I'm liking this list. 3-0. This list is feeling good. Yeah, it is unfortunately not Nexus of Fate. But what is Nexus of Fate? Let's be honest. Thank you, everybody who has been joining me tonight, by the way, guys. It was thanks to Jeff Hooglin. We have a big old crowd tonight. Any of you guys that are looking for more of my content, like I said, I am normally a control streamer. Everything I do is, for the most part, control. If you're looking for more of my stuff, there's a link to my YouTube page. Been trying to grow that as well as this stream, so follows here are super helpful, and subs, which are the equivalent of follows on YouTube, are also super, super helpful. I try to put up my most interesting leagues up there. So if you guys like modern content, there's a lot of good modern leagues up there. Let's see. I will play. Not thrilled about this hand. It's kind of the same hand. I guess we want it. Alright, now it says game is working. Can you guys let me know, is the overlay working right now? Can you like zoom in on cards? Alright, looking for lands. That's not a land, that's a big old dragon. That is a land though. It works? Hey, nice. Good deal. Glad we got that figured out. Thank you for bringing it up, Eugene. Alright, looks like we got another mirror on our hands here. Gotta be ready for these if you're gonna play this deck in standard. Gotta be prepared to play a lot of the mirror. That's why it's one of the reasons Niv is so good. It's just uncounterable threat, super good. That's why I want to play Chromium. It's like Niv that you can't kill. Ever. Just can't kill him. Not gonna fight over this. If they counter it, it's fine. I'm not gonna tap out on the turn they go to 5 mana and get to play Teferi. I think once we have Hallowed Fountain, this is going to be the counter spell this deck wants to play over Ionize. Though the way I think the mana is right now, it's just better to play Ionize. We don't care about the 2 damage, whereas the Surveil would actually be reasonable. But I just don't think the mana is clean enough to have double blue. But once we have Hallowed Fountain next set. This is awkward. Missing our land drop's pretty bad here. I don't think we want to do anything though. But it does not. We're not in a good position missing our land here. This is bad. Oh, you know what? It's not actually. I can sink this for 1. That's actually perfect. Sink this for 1 is a huge play. Exiles it as well, and we get to leave Ionize up. That was huge. Them having a Boros Guildgate there was it's kind of saving us. Well, he could have Niv here. No Niv. No Niv. Okay. And we find a land. Yeah, that was big game. Waiting to be able to play Teferi like with counterspells up. We have some reasonable reactive cards, so we're fine just passing back and forth even if they're making land drops. It's not great, but could be worse. You know what? That was a turn. That was a fine turn to play Phoenix. Yeah, that should have been a Phoenix turn. It's too hasty just passing back there. Alright. Not too late to play it now. If it eats a counterspell, it eats a counterspell. It's fine. We're looking for lands and Niv. Lands and Niv. Opponent found their Niv first. That's not good news. Alright, I need to untap. I don't want to just go for this Justice Strike. Well, maybe that's not true. If he counters this, then I can play Teferi and Tuck. But Tuck on this guy is not great. Maybe I can get away with this. Let the damage resolve. I wonder if this is resolving. Okay, sad. Alright, so Sinister's fine here. It does mean I'm in on Teferi bounce, which is not really where you want to be with Teferi, but...
Right on schedule.
Or Teferi tuck, I should say, not bounce.
You need to slow down.
Let me go ahead and shock myself, leave up this Ionize. Try to counter an opposing Teferi, if he's got one. Though he has plenty of mana. Alrighty. He's digging back towards Niv. Yeah, I need him to not have a draw spell that turn. Alright, we're looking for a Nova. If he has a spell and gets to kill Teferi on this turn, it sucks, but if I get to untap... Okay. Well, I'm looking for a Nova regardless, right? I'm just going to let that resolve. I've got 3 in the deck. If I counter that, he gets to kill Teferi, so I think the way I win this is spiking a Nova. Alright, well, we're going to make a not-so-thrilling play, but we'll clear the board. So we're going to cast Deafening Clarion, and we're going to expansion it. He draws 2 cards, gets to kill my Teferi.
That didn't pan out.
But we get to clear his board. And still have Ionize up. And actually get to play as Kanta, so this isn't the worst. Playing both of those is pretty big. And I get to play this, and then we have the Teferi untap. Have Ionize up. I think we've got to be at, yeah, we're at 8 cards. I was going to say, we have to be at least 7. Top is fine. That was fine. I mean, of course we only have 1 card in hand, but we do have this as Kanta. Against opponent's 6 cards is scary, but... Maybe it's all garbage. It's probably all removal that doesn't do anything right now. Or, you know, it's Teferi's. I guess it could also just be Teferi's. Come on, no counterspell. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Get the turn back. There we go. That was huge. Our own Teferi? Ooh, I'm keeping that. I'm gonna keep that card. So my opponent doesn't have a counterspell here. So this card's probably gonna resolve. And I think I do it on their turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if this resolves, we're right in this one. He didn't have a counterspell to resolve that Teferi, and I didn't have any cards in hand. So I feel like if he had one, he would have just used it, because it's not like he needs a counterspell for something on my turn unless I rip something sick. I did rip something sick, but we definitely go all in on this one. If he has it, he has it. It just surprises me that he didn't use it on Teferi, or he top-decked it this turn. He's got something at instant speed, for sure. Just gotta hope it's not a counterspell. If this resolves, this game should be, like, pretty easy. Why not play it on their upkeep? That's a good point. I guess there's a world where, like, maybe they play Niv Mizzet, and I'd like to use the explosion damage on one of their... If they play, like, Drake or Niv Mizzet, the explosion damage would be more useful on one of those. He explodes me for 6. Oh. Okay. You gotta discard cards. Yikes, that was actually kind of scary. I'm probably dead to second explosion now. I doubt he has Banefire main deck.
Let's skip to the good part.
Good though. Lava Coil is not what I'm looking for. I was looking for counter spells. Can't let him shoot me. Well, he's certainly gonna have a stacked hand now. Yo, is it just coming back? I have to do this. This is brutal if he has the counter spell, but oh, he doesn't. I'm just taking my turn. I'm not tapping low.
Keep up the pace.
Keep up the pace. Ooh, Niv's a hot one. Please don't explosion me. Oh, he's looking at his lands. He's counting his lands. He has explosion. 2,000%. 2,000% he has explosion. Oh, not 2,000%. We actually won that game. God, we were so behind on lands. We were so behind on lands. That is fantastic to win that one. All right, so let's get these bindings in. Again, it's just the best answer to Niv. Let's get these Banefires, Disdainful Stroke, and Negate. We're going to take out Shock. He does have... Well, let's take out the Clarions. Despite them being our saving grace that game, we don't really want them. Need to make 2 more cuts. Lava Coils do deal with the Drakes and is a reasonable way to kill a Niv Mizzet and a Niv Mizzet mirror. Nova's reasonable too, but maybe we trim a Nova and a Lava Coil. That seems fine. What happened? Oh, he scooped the match! He scooped the match! Yes. Man, we are 4-0 right now. That's kind of awesome. This build has felt fantastic. Yes, so I have tried map. I think map is very good. I think it is very likely that map is where you want to be. I have a personal bias for Azcanta. It's just been great for me. Like, it's just felt so much better for me than map. I'm sure I will absolutely believe map is the better decision. Azcanta's just been great for me. I played a lot of leagues with the map build, and I just wasn't thrilled with it, and every time I play Azcanta, it just feels great. So, I think I'm biased, but I personally like Azcanta. Man, 4-0. Good deal. Deck is performing. I really like this build. I think Cleansing Nova, I think you want to be on Cleansing Nova, which if you look at, I know a lot of you are here from Jeff Hoogland's stream. Sorry, I always say Hoogland, man. Hoogland. You'll notice in his Jeskai builds, he has been playing Cleansing Novas as well. And a lot of the paper tournaments, people are off that card. They're playing some number of Settle, and Clarion is their only sweepers main. And I just think Nova is where you want to be. I think that card is so good. So good. It answers like all your problems. And I've used both modes frequently. There are plenty of times, while it's less frequent than the Destroy All Creatures mode, it has come up a lot that I use the Artifact and Enchantment mode to clear like bindings that have my Nivs or Teferis, all that kind of stuff. Hey, how's it going, man? I am doing fantastic. How are you tonight? We got another super big Jeff host today, so been sailing on that. Playing standard, even though I said I was going to play modern tonight, I decided, nope, standard. I'm addicted to standard right now. Yeah, I'll keep this one. Just finished work. Hey, there you go. Hey, barbecue chicken nugget. Thank you so much for using your Twitch Prime. I really appreciate that. That helps me out a lot, considering I am trying to build up a collection here on Arena, so any kind of support like that is really going to help me do that. Provide you guys with some more content. Standard is just so fun right now, and I am someone who's not a standard. Exactly, same. And I'm the one here playing it, and yeah, absolutely. Standard is just a blast right now. You said you want to play Chromium. Have you tried the Bant list with Tyrant? Wait, which is Tyrant? The problem is, so this is my issue, is that I just recently got onto Arena, and my funds are tight right now. So I put in the money to get the Jeskai list, but I don't really have much outside of that. So as of right now, this is kind of what we're working with. But I am doing my best to work towards getting more decks on here. Any support I get Any support I get like through the stream right now is going into Arena, assuming people are down with that. Hey, Death Causer. What a sweet name. Thank you so much for that follow. The Death Causer. Causing death. Alrighty. Nice Clarion here. Thank you so much for that follow. Carnage Siren. The problem is that Evan is not a green player. That... Oh, Doi. Carnage. I'm like, what's Tyrant? Yeah, I don't play a ton of green. I mean... It's more because I'm terrible at playing green. I know he has this Raskus Contempt, but he's missing land drops, so I'm like kind of interested in just slamming this Teferi. It's ambitious, but if he does miss his land here... Oh, this is a nice setup. So if he does miss his land, he doesn't get to Contempt, and I get to untap with Teferi. If he does, he goes for Vraskas, and I get to Expansion and kill this Midnight Reaper, which is actually like kind of an annoying card in this matchup. If I do get to untap with Teferi, this is going to be insane, though. Because then I have Ionize to protect him. Cool, so he did miss it this turn. Now I get to Clarion with Ionize. That's going to be insane. He does get to draw 2 cards here, but still. I'm missing out on Turbo Fog. Yeah, it's true, it's true. I'm just, here's the thing about me. I'm really bad at attacking with creatures. It's my weakness. I'm just not good at it. I'm good at blowing them up, really not good at attacking with them. So I like Niv Mizzet. You don't even need to attack with them. Alright, that's a good value play, but we do have a lot of sweepers in our hand, so... It'd be nice to find a land here. That is a land. Yeah, let's just Clarion. Opponent is going to be drawing a lot of cards, but we have ways to catch up with this, ways to catch up with all this card advantage they have. We have a lot of card advantage of our own right now, and he may even take his entire next turn to Contempt us, which would be great. Like I said, already activated this guy, good. So, we can probably keep up with this. Storm is a sweet one. Are you talking Modern Storm, or are we talking Standard 1000-Year Storm? That's also a sweet one. I feel like there's a good chance he just like tries to Contempt here, which is great for us, because then we get to Ionize, play this, search for Azcanta next turn. Yeah. 100%. Definitely just Ionize this. We need this guy alive to keep up with what he's doing right now. Let's see what we draw. Hurry! Cool. I think I'm down with just like playing out my hand here. Phoenix is fine. Like, pretty good, even if I have to sweep next turn. Standard Storm? Ooh. Carnage Siren is easy to play, you just play it. That is true. There he is. Well, we got the nice answer to this guy, so we're okay with that. Are we looking 3 cards? I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep a Niv. Draw a card.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Don't feel totally safe because if he has a second Tyrant, I'm not really answering that. Okay. Tap, send it back. That was fine. I really wish it wasn't a Carnage Tower in that turn. We want him to go wide that turn. That was not ideal. Choops, huh? I'm gonna wish you had that for this Niv Mizzet. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Great if this draws a land. Draw a land. Ugh. I wanted Niv to be able to be a clean kill on that. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna be able to play Niv with a reasonable amount of mana up here, I guess. If I fire off Justice Strike here, it means I can flip this as Azcanta. I could wipe his board. This card might be better off doing something different, but if I wipe his board and play Niv on an empty board, is that sick? Or is that a bad use of resources? That's probably a bad use of resources. I'll put that in the graveyard. That's kind of just free value. That's a sick draw. Play Niv. Uptick here. Ooh. Can I Clarion? No. Right, well, I guess I just shoot him. If I opt right now. No, I guess I can just opt right now. Cast, draw. Shoot this. I don't really want this to die. Well, I guess he doesn't have a memorial yet, so it doesn't really matter. Did I mess that up? Did I actually have... Did I shoot 2 damage at his face? Could I have killed that? I might have messed that one up. Vivian. Classic Vivian. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... He's going to downtick. I'm going to Justice Strike to get a damage dealt on her. And then I'm going to play the second Niv and uptick to Fairy to finish her off.
Sometimes restoration means retribution.
Like, this is fine. Oh yeah, I mean, I wasn't worried about like the Choop like hitting Teferi or anything like that. I mean, if I can kill it for free, I might as well kill it for free. You know, that was more what it was about, wasting the ability to kill it for free rather than like actually getting it off the board. Yeah, I picked it. Jeez, that's gonna be brutal. I need to dig fast for a sweeper. But I do need to kill her anyways, so I think I do have to still play the Niv, even though I am intending on sweeping.
Hurry!
Lava coil. Okay.
Strike me, and you strike nature.
Okay. We gotta find the answer to Carnage Tyrant. We have a lot on the deck. I can activate Escanto. That's gonna dig pretty hard for it. I also can just like kill the opponent next turn if they just play out creatures that... Yikes. Okay. That is annoying. I was gonna say, there's like a good chance I could have just killed him. Do I want to cash this in for a draw? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage on him. Oh, I do just have Clarion, copy Clarion, huh? Alright, I'm just gonna let this resolve then. Good point, good point. I'm just gonna take this turn to Escanto. If I can ultimate Teferi as well, then we're looking good. Like, I may just Clarion this turn. Oh, yeah, I'm 100% Clarioning this turn. He has nothing. I mean, he has Carnage Tyrant, but, like, between Escanto and Teferi, we should be able to find an answer to that guy. Well, it's not one yet.
We need to move quickly.
Okay, perfect. Even better, we find it there. Now he doesn't know about it. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, this should be a pretty straightforward game. Let's get rid of a Teferi. Now, next turn, I can ultimate. We have Syncopate up. You think so? I don't think that was too telegraphed. I think that was fine. Find, huh? He has 7 mana up. Yep, that card's annoying enough. Do I not have enough? Oh, I don't actually have enough to do that. I'll ionize that. I know what's in his hand. I'd rather just deal with those. Also, getting really close to just killing him. There he is. Can I just kill the opponent next turn? Probably. With Niv. Yeah, whatever. This is sweeter.
Enough. I don't do this lightly.
Go for the sweeter line. It's always right to go for the sweet line. Sure, maybe we die to another Carnage Tyrant off the top. That's how she goes. Ooh. Well, now we don't. Now we certainly don't. Now someone's gonna have no lands, so gotta go for the sweet one. Gonna go for the old explosion, exile your lands. We'll stop on his upkeep. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and do this. Put that on the bottom. We have 25 cards, perfect. We will exile that. Draw. Exile that. Clear land. Send back to the opponent. And ready for the sweet one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Deal 7 to you. I'm going to draw 7 cards. I'm going to exile all your lands. I love how slow it draws the cards because there's a trigger. I'm going to draw this one. I'm going to draw this one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye to the lands. Oh, come on. I hit past turn. Let me have 6. And then, of course, next turn we just expansion for another. Or Niv Mizzet or whatever. You don't feel so good? Bam. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Can I reanimate Rekindling Phoenix? With what? That was a sweet game 1. Let's get these bindings in. Let's get these stars in. I always take out Shock. I think it's fine. I think it's fine to take out Shock. What else do I normally take out here? Strikes? Strikes are pretty medium. Phoenix is fine. Oh, you know what? I take out Niv a lot of the time in this matchup. I just trim like 1 Niv. It's really hard to... everything just... Maybe I take out 2 Nivs. We win with Teferi. It's like super hard to win with Niv. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Find is too much mana. Technically, with Find, we could pick it up. Oh, but we can get the Find part. No, I think we can. I think when they're casting Find, we can... It is the converted mana cost, I thought, of Find. Finality we can't. When it's in your hand, in your deck, in your great whatever, then it is the combined converted mana cost, but when it is being cast, it is just whichever half it is. And Find is only 2 mana, so yeah, we could technically. I mean, sure, it's got it's got 2 good cards in it, I guess, and guaranteed land drops. I think the mana base is clunky on this one. It's still, yeah, we have to fix the mana base. It's still the mana base of the other deck list, so it's only playing islands as its basics. We probably need to swap this around a bit. Alright, opponent opening with duress is an issue. Ooh, but he missed that one. He missed that one. It's a lot of mana, though. But that is a way to win the game in this matchup for sure. No Jade Light. You're one Hallowed Fountain away from perfect mana. It's true. That one's good. That one's not good. Yeah, it is true. I cannot wait for Hallowed Fountain. It's going to be, like, regardless of what cards get printed in the Azorius Guild, Hallowed Fountain is going to be the most important one. Like, extra cards are great. Like, more cards for us to play, great. But Hallowed Fountain is absolutely going to be the most important one. Alright, nice Clarion here would be sweet. It would let him draw 2, but it'd be fine. Nope. Not going to happen. We need to draw a spell. A castable spell. Maybe taking out Shock is silly when they bring in things like this. I need to be able to shock this guy. Can I get a sweeper? Give me a sweeper. Take any of them. Clarion or Nova. We're in this game, even if he gets to draw 3 cards. Give me one of them. Coil. It's like the worst one. Still feel like I have to coil this guy. It opens up the sweepers going forward. Makes them better. I do have to find a spell next turn, assuming he plays anything. Because he's going to hit me to 5, and assuming he plays anything, I can't just, like, Teferi Tuck. Unless he plays a Planeswalker. This is, like, a weird time where I really want him to play a Planeswalker, so I can go land, Teferi, bounce something, hope I'm not dead, and then star kill everything. If he plays another creature, it sucks. Is this from a graveyard? If a creature card is exiled, if a non-creature... Oh, no, I take more. Forgot about that. Forgot how that guy works. Reprint of Supreme Verdict would be a massive, massive mistake. Massive mistake. This is good enough. They cannot give us Supreme Verdict, man. Oh, that would be such a big mistake. Alright, so now that we cleared the board, if he refills with anything, Star clears it up. If he doesn't have sick fills and he has a reactive hand, okay, we got a way to deal with this. Teferi was a huge mistake. How dare you? Teferi is fantastic. Floats of black, sure. What do you got? You just trying to have clean magic over there? I don't know, like, it already could be that. It already kind of is that. Plays a Choop. 5. Okay. Okay. Definitely just slamming the T-Man. On a card.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Trophy. Interesting.
As soon as I think of one.
Trophy's interesting there. Okay. I'm just going to send back. I'm not going to use the Clarion here. Aren't we Planeswalkers? Shouldn't it deal 20 to us? Yeah, right? Alright. Aggressive line here. I think he probably has more trophies in his hand. But now I can protect. Because of the first trophy, I can ionize to save this guy now. I want to make sure I have the board clear so I can use all my mana. got another trophy here. I'm just going to ionize that. Looks like he does. Tempt is fine. Get rid of that.
Hold that thought.
Nice. Our hand is looking great. He needs a good one. He needs some real good ones. That's not a good one. Play another creature. Okay, okay. We know the way is clear here.
No time for a break.
Let's just coil this guy. Not mess around. Do our untaps. You just ate a burger from Five Guys. Got up out of my chair and almost... Wow. That's unfortunate. Now let's just take our turn. Alright, this should be game. We got the combo. We're just missing a counterspell. The nasty combo. Do I want to play Escanting here? Yeah, why not? Why not? Opponent needs some crazy haste threat here. Crazy, unblockable, or just, I guess, something that deals... Mountain Shock. That'd be wild. I think we got the 5-0. I think we went undefeated here, right? Yeah, Memorial. He's got to be dead here. Keep that. Transform. Deal a damage. We can probably deal the full amount here, right?
You know what? I'm not done.
You know what? I'm not done yet. How much damage can I deal? Let's find out. How many cards can I deal? Sovereign's Bite? Ooh, that'd be sick. Whoa. How about I accidentally ping myself with Niv Mizzet? That's a way to lose. Hey, I think that's the 5-0. I think that was the clean sweep. What? Did we lose a match? I think that was the clean sweep. Oh my goodness. That was the 5-0. There we go. Well, so notes. I like this build. I do like this build. This one's feeling good. We played against all like meta deck. We played against Golgari twice, Mono Red, Drakes, and the Mirror. Crushed them all. Look at that. Look at that. Triple rare, bad rare, bad rare, spicy rare. There, we got that was awesome. 5